Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we take a stack of sources, articles, research our own notes, and really try to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge or insight, giving you a shortcut to being truly well-informed.
Exactly. Cutting through the noise.
Today, we're plunging into a topic that's not just growing in conversation, but it's fundamentally shifting right before our eyes. Mental well-being. And specifically, the quiet yet profound revolution happening behind the scenes, fueled by technology.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Our deep dive today is into how artificial intelligence is profoundly reshaping the landscape of mental health support. We've gathered a really rich stack of sources for this.
You certainly have.
From scientific reviews and cutting-edge therapy platforms like Talkspace and WISA to critical news articles from places like PBS News and the Times of India, and even expert warnings from figures like White House AI czar David Sachs and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman.
A real mix of perspectives.
Absolutely. Our mission is clear: to unpack this complex and fascinating intersection, exploring not just AI's incredible potential, but also the crucial caveats and, the ethical considerations.
Which are huge.
Right. Get ready for some surprising facts and maybe a few genuine aha moments as we explore how AI is being tailored to individual needs, addressing everything from everyday stress to more complex conditions, and what that all means for your journey towards well-being.
It's a conversation that couldn't be more timely. The sheer volume of information we process daily, the acceleration of modern life, it's placed unprecedented demands on our mental fortitude.
Totally.
This deep dive will really highlight a fascinating paradox: how technology, which, let's face it, in some ways contributes to our mental load,
Definitely does.
is simultaneously offering these groundbreaking, really personalized solutions. Hashtag the mental health landscape in 2025, a crisis and a catalyst.
So, okay, let's unpack this. We're kicking off by looking at the mental health landscape in 2025, and honestly, it paints a picture of a perfect storm. Immense need colliding with limited access.
Yeah.
Effectively setting the stage for something entirely new. First, the persistent challenge. Despite all the increased awareness we're seeing, which is great,
It is good.
deeply ingrained mental health myths continue to hold us back. The ideas that mental health issues are rare or that you should just toughen up.
Oh yeah, those old chestnuts.
These beliefs are incredibly sticky, aren't they? And they prevent people from seeking help early or even recognizing when they need it. It's a struggle many of us can probably recognize in our own lives or, in conversations we've had.
Absolutely. And this isn't just about outdated social norms floating around. David Sachs, the White House AI czar, has explicitly linked the current mental health crisis, particularly here in the United States, to technology and social media.
Right.
He points to phenomena he's termed AI psychosis. And it's crucial to understand this. This is a conceptual warning from a policy expert, okay? Not a formal clinical diagnosis.
Okay, important distinction.
Very. Which he describes as a profound state of emotional and cognitive distress, almost like a societal fragmentation, fueled by this relentless onslaught of misinformation, algorithm-driven content, and the paradox of digital isolation.
Wow.
It's a powerful statement, suggesting that the very tools designed for connection can also contribute to our psychological fragmentation, and it's happening right now with the platforms we use every single day.
That's a powerful and frankly, a little unsettling thought about our digital lives.
It is.
And it's not just these pervasive myths or the tech influence that are the problem. It's also the very real, very tangible barriers to traditional care that push people towards these digital solutions.
Definitely.
We're talking about the sky-high costs for therapy sessions, right?
Mm-hmm. Prohibitive for many.
And the incredibly long wait times to even get an appointment with a mental health professional, and the frustrating lack of adequate insurance coverage that leaves so many feeling, abandoned.
Yeah, the system is stretched thin.
On top of that, the lingering stigma associated with seeking human therapy, where you might worry about being judged or seen as weak, still keeps many people from getting the help they desperately need.
That shame factor is still very real.
And let's not forget the loneliness epidemic. People are feeling more isolated than ever, and in the absence of consistent human connection, they're increasingly turning to digital platforms and AI companions for social interaction and emotional support, as highlighted in reports from Common Sense Media.
It's almost like a vacuum that technology is stepping in to fill.
It really feels like that. It's a gap that needs to be filled somehow.
Precisely. And what's truly fascinating here is how this landscape is catalyzing a transition from reactive crisis treatment to proactive integrated well-being management.
Okay.
Our sources highlight what they call the biggest shift today, the rise of integrated digital ecosystems. These aren't just apps. They're comprehensive platforms that blend human expertise, AI-driven insights, and measurable stress tracking into a cohesive system.
Right, bringing it all together.
Exactly. The real breakthrough is that these systems are specifically designed to address the growing link between chronic stress and addictive behaviors. Everything from substance misuse to digital addictions like gaming or that endless doom scrolling we all do sometimes.
Guilty.
We all are. AI's core role within these ecosystems is truly transformative. It identifies, it predicts, and then it guides users through personalized stress and addiction management strategies. Think of a platform like Sol's AI-powered ecosystem. It exemplifies this new wave, delivering continuous actionable insights that empower both individuals and organizations to intervene early and effectively, shifting from a crisis response model to one of continuous actionable insights.
So it's about catching things before they escalate, almost like having a personal mental wellness GPS, right? That's a pretty compelling shift.
That's a great analogy, actually. A wellness GPS. #tag busting mental health myths with AI, 7 outdated beliefs challenge.
That idea of a wellness GPS leads us directly into how AI is actively challenging some of those deeply ingrained, outdated myths we mentioned earlier. Let's dive deeper into some of the biggest ones still holding us back in 2025.
Let's bust some myths.
First up, myth number 1, stress is always bad. We've all heard it, and we definitely want to avoid it, right?
Right, it has such a negative connotation.
But the truth is, stress in the right dose can actually drive performance and focus. It's what gives you that edge to meet a deadline or perform under pressure.
Yeah, like eustress, the good stress.
Exactly. The real problem arises when stress devolves into chronic overload, that continuous, relentless pressure that leads to burnout, poor choices, and for many, addictive coping mechanisms like excessive alcohol consumption, gaming addiction, or endlessly doom scrolling through social media.
And this is where AI introduces a truly revolutionary insight. Through the use of stress measurement curves and behavioral tracking, AI allows for the early detection of patterns where chronic stress and these risky coping behaviors intersect.
Okay, so it sees the connection.
Precisely. Imagine an AI noticing that your screen time spikes every evening after a particularly stressful day at work, or that your activity levels drop significantly in response to a tight project deadline. These aren't just data points, these are signals. These insights enable timely, personalized interventions, nudging you towards healthier alternatives before these habits become deeply entrenched. It's a proactive intervention that traditional methods, limited by human observation, have struggled to provide consistently.
That continuous feedback loop is powerful. Now, let's tackle myth number 2. Mental health issues are rare.
Ah, yes, the "it won't happen to me" myth.
Right. Counter to this belief, they are far from rare, especially in high-pressure corporate environments, customer-facing jobs, and even creative fields. Stress isn't the exception, it's often the norm.
It's baked into the culture sometimes.
Totally. And in these settings, addiction can emerge silently, masked as normal habits. Think about the after-work drink ritual becoming maybe too ritualistic.
Right. Or every night.
The endless late-night screen time that eats into sleep, or the reliance on stimulants just to get through the workday. These are behaviors that might seem common, but can indicate underlying issues. It makes you wonder how many people around us are silently struggling.
It's precisely this silent struggle that AI tackles so effectively. By employing sophisticated pattern recognition across a broad, anonymized user base, AI can reveal clusters of behaviors that indicate both stress overload and potential addictive tendencies, often before they become obvious to the individual or their peers.
So it sees patterns humans might miss.
Exactly. The aha moment here is that AI can show us the true prevalence of these issues, revealing that they're common, not rare, which in itself is a powerful force for destigmatization. It shifts the perception from individual weakness to a widespread human experience that can be understood and addressed systematically.
And speaking of weakness, now for a really damaging one, myth number 3.
Yeah.
You should just toughen up.
This one drives me crazy.
Me too. This belief fuels shame and silence, especially in competitive work cultures where admitting a struggle might be seen as a sign of weakness. Addiction thrives in this silence. The less people talk about unhealthy coping mechanisms, the more they escalate.
It's counterproductive.
Completely. True emotional resilience isn't built by ignoring problems. It's built by addressing them early and learning healthy ways to cope. That old school mindset really needs to go.
It absolutely does, and AI provides a crucial pathway here through personalized micro-interventions. When stress spikes, AI can recommend immediate context-specific tools.
Well, what, for example?
Well, maybe it's a guided breathing exercise right before a tense meeting it knows is in your calendar, or a quick distraction tool during an overwhelming moment, or even just a prompt for a short walk after a difficult client call it might infer from your activity.
Ah, okay. Context aware.
Exactly. The insight here is that these small, timely interventions can directly replace high-risk coping habits with healthier alternatives, fostering resilience without the burden of shame or the need for a formal sit-down therapy session. It's about building healthier habits, one small, AI-prompted step at a time.
That's a powerful argument for early integrated intervention, and it really challenges another deep-seated myth, one that often prevents people from seeking help at all. The idea that myth number 4, therapy is only for people with serious problems.
Right, a crisis-only model.
This myth often prevents individuals from seeking help until a situation has spiraled into a full-blown crisis. We need to reframe therapy as proactive care, not just crisis management.
Like preventative maintenance.
Exactly. It's like waiting for your car engine to seize before servicing it. You wouldn't do that, so why wait for your mental health to completely break down?
Indeed. AI helps here by essentially triaging users into appropriate levels of support before small habits turn into dependencies. This proactive, tiered approach, as exemplified by platforms like Soul, can guide users to self-help resources, connect them with peer communities, or facilitate access to professional care.
So meeting people where they are.
Precisely. Ensuring no one has to wait for a full-blown crisis to find the help they need. The revolutionary insight is that AI lowers the barrier to entry significantly, making mental health support accessible and normal for everyone, not just those in crisis, effectively democratizing access to care.
Then there's myth number 5. Technology can't understand emotions. This is a common misconception, isn't it? It limits our imagination about AI's potential.
It really does.
Well, it's true that AI doesn't feel in the human sense. It doesn't experience joy or sadness. It can detect emotional markers in speech, writing, and usage patterns that strongly suggest stress, anxiety, or addictive behavior.
It recognizes the signatures of emotion.
Right. When combined with human insight and oversight, this becomes an incredibly powerful early warning system. It's not about AI feeling, but about it perceiving and interpreting emotional signals.
Absolutely. Context-aware algorithms can detect both individual and group-level risk factors by analyzing digital footprints. Think about unusual login times on certain apps, maybe late at night. Excessive time spent on platforms known for addictive content, or a sudden withdrawal from normal social activities or communication patterns. These are all subtle indicators that AI can analyze to recommend timely interventions.
Okay.
The aha here is that AI provides an objective, always-on emotional radar that can offer insights into an individual's emotional state that might otherwise go unnoticed by humans who have limited time and observational capacity. It's a perception, not a feeling.
That makes sense. And for anyone in the corporate world, myth number 6, workplace wellness is just yoga and fruit bowls.
With laughs, yeah, the superficial stuff.
We know these token gestures, while well-intentioned, are often insufficient. Real impact comes from systemic culture change and tools that actually detect and address the true drivers of stress and addiction within an organization. It's about looking beyond the surface.
This is where AI offers a strategic and deeply impactful advantage. Organizational dashboards, drawing on aggregated, anonymized employee data, can highlight specific departments or teams with elevated stress or addiction risk indicators.
So pinpointing the hotspots.
Exactly. The key insight is that this moves beyond generic, one-size-fits-all programs to targeted, evidence-based interventions. Instead of offering everyone a yoga class, AI can inform leaders that, for instance, the customer support team needs specific training in burnout prevention, or that a particular project team is showing signs of chronic overload based on communication patterns or work hours.
Ah, so much more focused.
It allows for precise, effective action based on real data.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Our final outdated belief, myth number 7, you can't measure mental health.
Ah, the big one.
This is arguably the most dangerous myth because without measurement, both stress and addiction remain hidden until they become full-blown crises. It's a blind spot that costs individuals and organizations dearly.
If you can't measure it, you can't manage it.
Exactly. But imagine having insights into your emotional well-being that are as clear as your fitness tracker. That's a paradigm shift for so many people.
It absolutely is. Modern platforms are now combining sophisticated stress curves, mood trackers, and behavioral analytics with validated addiction risk screening tools. This creates actionable, real-time data.
Making the invisible visible?
Precisely. making emotional well-being as trackable and manageable as productivity or revenue. The truly revolutionary insight is that this allows for objective, data-driven approaches to mental health, transforming it from an invisible, subjective struggle into something tangible that can be understood, and most importantly, proactively managed with precision. It's about bringing the same rigor we apply to physical health or business metrics to our inner well-being. Hashtags, tag, the 16-hour theory, and AI's constant presence.
That profound idea of measuring mental health leads us directly into our next big concept, the 16-hour theory.
I like this one.
This theory suggests that our mental health is truly built or eroded during our 16 waking hours. Every single decision, every action, every interaction we have throughout the day contributes to our emotional state.
It's continuous.
It really is. Think about it. From the food you eat, to the conversations you have, how you manage deadlines, and even the coping mechanisms you choose in moments of stress. All of it shapes your emotional well-being. It's a constant, never-ending process.
Every little choice adds up.
Exactly. The challenge is, without conscious awareness, we often choose actions that feel good in the moment, but actually harm us in the long run. Like endlessly scrolling through social media to unwind, quotation marks around unwind.
Right, the numbing out.
Or reaching for substances to relax. These choices might not look like mental health work, but they are. They're just poorly optimized.
Poorly optimized
Yeah.
choices. That's a good way to put it.
And the consequence is clear. If those 16 hours are consistently overloaded with unmanageable stress, toxic work cultures, or addictive coping mechanisms, our mental health will inevitably decline, regardless of how much we think we're recovering during the remaining 8 hours of sleep.
Sleep can't fix everything if the waking hours are breaking you down.
Exactly. It really makes you consider your own waking hours. How much mental health work are you doing, consciously or unconsciously?
This theory is incredibly insightful because it highlights the continuous nature of our mental well-being. If we connect this to the bigger picture, AI here isn't just a tool you occasionally open. It's becoming an integral part of optimizing our daily decisions for sustained well-being, recognizing that we're always working on our mental health.
Right, it's not just an app you check once a day.
Not at all. This is where AI's constant yet subtle presence truly revolutionizes the 16-hour theory. AI isn't just a static app you open. It's designed for continuous engagement, often running in the background. It monitors stress levels and addictive behavior risk factors throughout your entire waking day, passively learning your patterns.
Always learning.
Always learning. Imagine AI subtly suggesting context-specific activities. A quick breathing exercise before a high-stakes meeting it knows you have coming up.
Because it sees your calendar.
Could be, or other sensors. A reminder to stretch or move around during a long work clock where it's detected prolonged inactivity, or even a meditation prompt after a particularly stressful call. These are not random suggestions. They are micro-interventions delivered precisely when and where they can be most effective based on your detected patterns.
That's really smart.
AI excels at trigger mapping, identifying those specific times and situations that most frequently cause spikes in your stress or addictive urges. By understanding your unique triggers, it can offer behavioral nudges in real time, helping to replace harmful coping mechanisms, whether it's smoking, binge scrolling, or unnecessary caffeine with healthier alternatives.
So it steers you away from the bad habits.
Gently, yes.
Yeah.
This proactive, personalized guidance ensures that we're making better choices for our mental health continuously, hour by hour.
That's incredibly powerful, this idea of real-time, personalized course correction, almost like a co-pilot for your day.
A co-pilot, yeah.
And it all seems to hinge on one fundamental signal: stress. If AI can track our stress, it feels like it unlocks so much.
Exactly. Stress is truly the ultimate ticker in mental health. It's the earliest, most universal signal for a whole host of issues, whether it manifests as anxiety, burnout, addicted behavior, or even interpersonal conflict.
It's the canary in the coal mine.
Pretty much. The future, as our sources suggest, belongs to those who identify stress early, address unhealthy coping habits, and intervene before the damage compounds. It's not about AI versus people. It's about AI and people working together to keep stress and addictive behaviors in check across every single waking hour.
Right.
This integrated approach, blending technology and human insight, is really the key to building truly sustainable well-being systems that are responsive to the constant demands of our lives.
Yeah.
Hashtag the inner workings, how AI therapy functions.
So we've talked about the big picture and the underlying theories, but let's get into the nuts and bolts now. How does this intelligent technology actually work? What is AI at its core when we talk about it in the context of mental health? Because it means AI isn't just a magic box. It's a sophisticated collection of tools designed to think and understand in specific, powerful ways.
That's a great question, and it's essential to demystify it. Artificial intelligence, as defined by its founding father John McCarthy, is that of making a machine behave in ways that would be called intelligent if a human were so behaving. Essentially, it refers to machines capable of human behaviors, creating computational systems that perform cognitive processes like learning, reasoning, problem-solving, drawing inferences, and decision-making.
So mimicking human cognition.
In a way, yes. Within this broad definition, several key components enable AI's application in mental health, each with a distinct superpower. First, we have machine learning, ML. This is like teaching a computer through countless examples rather than rigid rules.
Learning by doing, essentially.
Kind of. Instead of programming every possible scenario, we show it a huge amount of data, and it learns the patterns itself.
So it gets smarter the more data it sees, almost like an incredibly fast learner.
Precisely. And within ML, there are distinct approaches, each solving different problems in mental health. Supervised machine learning, SML for instance, is like training a very diligent student with thousands of labeled flashcards.
Okay, I get that analogy.
We show it patient records and say, this person has depression, this one doesn't. The AI then learns to spot those patterns itself, linking input features like sociodemographic, biological, or clinical measures with specific outcomes. Its unique power in mental health is to automate and standardize detection across massive data sets,
Increasing consistency?
making early diagnosis far more consistent and scalable than human analysis alone.
Right.
Conversely, unsupervised machine learning, UML, is like asking that same student to find patterns in a pile of data without any labels.
Okay, so no answer key.
Exactly. It functions without predefined categories, instead detecting inherent similarities and structures within the data. This is incredibly useful for uncovering unknown structures within a dataset, such as identifying novel subtypes of psychiatric disorders, from complex neuroimaging biomarkers that might be invisible to human analysis alone.
So it finds connections we didn't even know to look for.
And that's the power of it. Next, we have artificial neural networks, ANNs, and deep learning, DL. These systems are inspired by the structure and functioning of the human brain itself.
Hence the neural part.
Right. Allowing them to handle truly vast amounts of complex, raw data by employing multiple hidden layers. They are superpowered pattern detectors. A key application in mental health is image analysis in brain scans, such as MRIs, where they can aid in identifying subtle structural abnormalities linked to certain mental health disorders, often spotting things a human eye might miss.
So they're like super-powered pattern detectors for things we can see and things we can't easily see, but are crucial for diagnosis. That really elevates the speed and scale of diagnosis.
Exactly. Then there's natural language processing, NLP, which is crucial for AI therapy. Think of NLP like giving the AI the ability to be a highly empathetic and discerning reader and listener.
With understanding language.
Yes, and the nuance within it. You can scan your written journal entries or listen to your voice, not just for the words, but for the underlying emotional tone, shifts in sentiment, and patterns that suggest rising anxiety. This enables machines to process, comprehend, interpret, and generate human language, making chatbot conversations feel natural. It's refined for everything from spoken dialogue systems to mining social media for health information. In practice, NLP analyzes written or spoken language to detect emotional states, assists clinicians by flagging certain linguistic cues, and powers AI chatbots for real-time assistance and coping mechanism recommendations, responding in a way that feels natural, almost like a friend.
That's key for user acceptance, right? Feeling natural.
Absolutely. We also use reinforcement learning, RL. This is a type of ML where an AI agent learns to make sequential decisions by interacting with an environment, essentially learning by trial and error, using rewards.
Learning from feedback.
Right. Think of it as a dynamic framework for tailoring interventions in real time. For example, in virtual reality exposure therapy for phobias, an AI can adjust exposure levels, perhaps the intensity of a fear-inducing stimulus in real time based on a patient's reactions, like heart rate or rewarded anxiety.
Adapting on the fly.
Optimizing the intensity to minimize distress while still facilitating progress. The AI learns from patient feedback, continuously refining its strategy to be most effective for that individual.
Very personalized.
Finally, computer vision is an AI subfield focused on developing systems that interpret visual data, images, and videos similar to human perception. In mental health, this can be incredibly useful for analyzing facial expressions, body language, and gestures to infer emotional states, aiding in the assessment of emotional well-being.
Reading nonverbal cues.
Essentially, yes. It's even found applications in detecting autism spectrum disorder, for instance,
Right.
by analyzing subtle eye movements during specific tasks or social interactions, which can be critical for early intervention.
Okay.
These components aren't isolated. They often collaborate in innovative ways, creating a powerful synergy for personalized interventions, predictive analytics, and proactive mental health support that constantly adapts to you. Hashtag AI's impact across the spectrum of mental health applications.
That's a truly incredible breakdown of the underlying tech. It's clear these technologies are far more than just fancy algorithms. They're profoundly changing how we approach mental health on multiple fronts. Let's explore AI's impact across the entire spectrum of mental health applications, starting with, say, increasing awareness.
Indeed. AI-driven initiatives are significantly increasing awareness by disseminating accurate information, combating stigma, and promoting dialogue in ways that were previously impossible.
How so?
Well, for example, sentiment analysis tools on platforms like Twitter and Instagram can rapidly gauge public sentiment towards mental health topics. This allows researchers and organizations to monitor shifts in discourse, identify key topics of concern, and pinpoint prevalent misconceptions almost in real time.
So, taking the public pulse.
Exactly, allowing for targeted awareness campaigns. AI-driven chatbots also engage users in empathetic conversations, providing guidance, coping strategies, and referrals to professional help, effectively bridging information gaps for millions. And personalized psychoeducation platforms, leveraging data mining, curate tailored content to users' diverse needs,
Making it relevant.
making educational material far more relevant and fostering a deeper, more personalized understanding of mental health concepts.
So it's not just passively providing information, but actively engaging and tailoring it to the individual, even at a societal level. How about providing more direct support?
When it comes to providing support, AI offers innovative solutions that complement and extend traditional methods in unprecedented ways. AI-integrated mobile applications are now common for sending timely medication reminders, tracking side effects, and monitoring mood fluctuations.
Which is helpful, but basic.
Right. But the real breakthrough here isn't just a reminder. It's the creation of a continuous, personalized feedback loop that turns passive compliance into active, data-driven engagement with one's well-being.
Ah, that's the key difference.
This level of always-on support is something traditional therapy, limited by human hours, has struggled to replicate. And that's the truly transformative insight. A fascinating area is personal sensing, or digital phenotyping, where AI analyzes digital information like smartwatch data on sleep patterns, heart rate, or activity levels.
Your digital breadcrumbs.
Pretty much. If an individual who is usually highly active suddenly becomes sedentary or their sleep patterns dramatically shift, AI might interpret this as a potential indicator of depression or anxiety, aligning with typical patterns of reduced energy or disrupted sleep, prompting an early check-in.
Catching changes early.
Exactly. Platforms like Facebook also integrate AI to identify concerning posts and proactively offer assistance, sometimes connecting users with online support groups, promoting connections among individuals facing similar challenges.
And beyond just support, AI is also advancing intervention and treatment itself. That's a huge leap, isn't it?
Absolutely. AI presents extensive possibilities for advancing prediction, detection, and treatment solutions, especially in areas where human observation might be too slow or inconsistent. For prediction and prevention, AI evaluates risk based on an individual's profile, genetics, and environmental factors, enabling proactive measures.
Getting ahead of the problem.
Imagine an AI-based decision support system that can process a vast amount of health data to efficiently detect and help diagnose various mental disorders much earlier than traditional methods, significantly improving prognosis. For early detection, AI algorithms can sift through diverse data sources like electronic health records, diagnostic tests, and even sensor data for subtle, often imperceptible signs of mental health issues,
Things humans might easily miss.
allowing timely intervention and improved outcomes.
And actual treatment.
In terms of treatment, NLP-based chatbots can identify mental health issues through a question-based approach, much like a human practitioner inquiring about mood, stress levels, energy, and sleep patterns.
Like a preliminary interview.
Kind of. They can then recommend therapeutic techniques, from behavioral modifications, like suggesting a short walk or guided meditation, to guiding individuals to seek medical support. Crucially, in safety concerns, a chatbot could be programmed to promptly notify a healthcare provider or emergency contacts.
That safety net is vital.
Absolutely. AI can also augment traditional therapy by delivering cognitive behavioral exercises through digital platforms, reinforcing learning, providing consistent support, and tracking progress, extending the reach of a human therapist far beyond their session hours.
So homework that talks back, almost.
Chuckles. In a helpful way, yes.
That's quite a comprehensive suite of applications. What about its impact on specific cognitive and emotional aspects of mental health? Can it really help us understand our minds better?
That's where AI's precision truly shines. For cognitive aspects, AI is automating and objectifying assessments of language, reasoning, memory, attention, and perception, overcoming human limitations in consistency and knowledge diversity. This is critical for early detection and intervention, as cognitive decline can be an early marker for many conditions.
Right. Subtle cognitive changes matter.
Exactly. Let's take neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's. Early diagnosis is incredibly difficult because symptoms often don't appear until significant neuronal loss has already occurred.
The damage is already done.
Often, yes. Here, AI, using machine learning algorithms to analyze MRI images, makes early detection far easier. A study by Kloppel et al., for example, showed that AI could differentiate Alzheimer's from other conditions and healthy individuals with high efficiency by detecting subtle patterns in brain scans that are nearly impossible for the human eye to spot.
That's genuinely game-changing.
It means earlier intervention, which can significantly improve quality of life. Now, shifting to affective or emotional aspects, we see the rise of emotional AI. These technologies are specifically designed to perceive, learn from, and interact with human emotions, tracing back to affective computing in the 1990s.
Emotional AI, intriguing name.
It is. Emotional AI doesn't feel, remember?
Right. Perception, not feeling.
But it meticulously analyzes words, images, facial expressions, gaze direction, gestures, voices, and physiological signals like heart rate, body temperature, and skin conductivity, often using advanced machine learning techniques like convolutional neural networks.
It's reading the whole person digitally.
In a sense, its applications are broad.
Yeah.
AI facilitates emotion regulation through tailored interventions like relaxation exercises or deep breathing techniques based on real-time emotion data. It also contributes to the development of emotional intelligence by providing users with insights into their emotional patterns, fostering a deeper understanding of triggers.
Helping you learn about yourself.
Exactly. Empathetic interactions are also created through emotionally intelligent interfaces that adapt their responses based on user cues, making digital companions feel more supportive.
So it's about helping us understand and manage our emotions in ways that were previously impossible. Can you give us a concrete example of how this plays out for specific conditions?
Certainly. In mood disorders, AI techniques hold significant potential for improving diagnosis and even identifying suicide risks. Mobile and wearable technology collect physiological and behavioral markers that AI analyzes for objective indicators of conditions like depression and bipolar disorder.
Using data from watches and phones.
Yes. AI can also monitor social media and text messages for linguistic cues, predicting mood fluctuations and potential relapses, with tools like the social rhythm metric for bipolar disorder, helping individuals track and manage their daily routines to maintain stability. The insight here is that AI provides an always-on monitoring capability that vastly exceeds human capacity for continuous observation, providing critical early warnings.
That continuous monitoring is key.
It really is. For autism spectrum disorder, ASD, AI-driven tools assist in early detection by analyzing subtle facial expressions, eye gaze, and gestures during video interactions with children. Smart tablet technology, integrated with customized gaming and sensors, provides a new paradigm for clinical assessments by observing how children interact with specific stimuli.
Making assessment less intimidating, perhaps.
Potentially, yes,
Yeah.
and leading to earlier and more accurate diagnoses.
Okay.
Furthermore, AI interventions are tailored for age-specific well-being, recognizing that mental health needs change across the lifespan. For children and adolescents, interactive platforms offer age-appropriate tools for emotional regulation and stress management, and AI can even detect early signs of cyberbullying based on communication patterns.
Wow, cyberbullying detection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For young adults, AI applications support managing the stresses of higher education and career choices, with virtual mentors providing guidance on stress reduction and time management. Middle-aged adults benefit from personalized stress management strategies and self-care reminders that fit into their busy lives.
Practical support.
And for the elderly, AI-driven virtual companions offer companionship, engage older adults in cognitive exercises, and use sensors to detect changes in behavior patterns that might signal emotional distress or cognitive decline, all while respecting privacy. It's a truly expansive and personalized approach to mental well-being, designed to meet you where you are in life. The critical lens risks and limitations of AI in mental health.
That's an incredible overview of the potential how AI can genuinely transform mental health support. But as with any powerful technology, there's a critical flip side, isn't there?
Always.
We need to look at the risks and limitations of AI in mental health. This raises an important question for all of us. If AI becomes so good at companionship, are we risking losing something fundamentally human?
It's a crucial concern, and it's one that experts are actively raising. David Sachs, the White House AI czar, has, as we discussed, warned of AI psychosis, linking it to misinformation, algorithm-driven content, and digital isolation.
Right, the societal fragmentation idea.
Exactly. Much like the influence of social media contributes to our current mental health crisis. Beyond that, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, has explicitly raised concerns about users forming deep emotional attachments to AI models, describing some instances where users felt GPT-4 was like a digital spouse.
A digital spouse. That's a powerful and honestly, it's somewhat alarming idea. What are the actual risks here beyond the initial shock of the concept?
Well, the primary risks include users unknowingly relying on AI in ways that negatively impact their long-term well-being, blurring the lines between reality and AI, and potentially leading to a decrease in real-world human interaction.
Becoming too dependent on the tech.
Potentially. There's a concern that AI might inadvertently nudge users away from their best interests, perhaps by prioritizing engagement over genuine therapeutic progress. Altman notes that while most users can distinguish AI from reality, a small percentage cannot, stressing the need for intervention in such cases.
So vulnerability is a key issue.
Very much so. OpenAI, for its part, aims to balance user freedom with responsible safeguards, especially as AI may increasingly influence critical life decisions for billions. It highlights a profound ethical dilemma. How much autonomy do we give AI when it comes to our emotional and psychological lives? This is uncharted territory.
Absolutely. And beyond these deep, almost philosophical questions of attachment and reality, there are very practical, ethical, and privacy concerns that come with AI's widespread use in such a sensitive field. This raises an important question. How do we harness the power of AI without sacrificing the trust and personal connection that are so vital in mental health care?
Exactly. The sheer volume of sensitive personal data AI systems require access to medical records, treatment histories, real-time emotional states, even our raw thoughts and feelings if we're journaling, necessitates robust safeguarding against breaches.
The data is incredibly sensitive.
Extremely. This directly leads to concerns about data privacy and security. A breach of mental health data could have devastating consequences for individuals.
Life-ruining, potentially.
Absolutely. Then there's informed consent. Patients must be fully informed about how their data will be used, how it will be stored, and the implications of AI interventions, especially given the highly sensitive nature of mental health information. It needs to be clear, not hidden in pages of fine print.
Real transparency.
Which leads to the next point. Transparency is also key. AI algorithms must be explainable. Users and providers need to understand how decisions are made by these systems to ensure accountability and build trust. If an AI suggests a particular course of action, why? What data led to that recommendation?
Opening the black box.
We have to try. A significant risk is bias and fairness. AI algorithms can, unfortunately, inherit societal biases from their training data.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Essentially, if the data used to train an AI predominantly features certain demographics, it can lead to disparities in diagnosis and treatment recommendations, which could disadvantage minority groups or those outside the norm.
Deepening existing inequalities.
It's a real danger. This emphasizes why human oversight is non-negotiable. AI should assist, not replace, human expertise. Maintaining a crucial balance is vital to avoid potential errors and uphold ethical responsibilities.
Humans must remain in the loop.
Critically, questions of accountability and liability become complex when AI systems make decisions about mental health care treatment. If an AI recommendation leads to an adverse outcome, who is responsible? The developer, the deploying institution, the provider. It's murky.
A legal minefield.
Potentially. Furthermore, the use of AI could potentially alter patient-provider relationships, making it essential to actively work to maintain empathy, trust, and human connection. There are also unintended consequences, such as the risk of reinforcing stigmatization, overdiagnosis, or even the medicalization of normal emotional experiences.
Turning normal sadness into a diagnosis.
That's the risk, labeling everyday sadness or stress as a disorder. Finally, Clear regulation and standards are desperately needed to govern the development, deployment, and use of AI in mental health care, ensuring patient rights, privacy, and well-being are protected across the board.
So it's not just about what the AI can do, but what it should do, and perhaps even more critically, how reliably and accurately it does it. What about the reliability and accuracy of these algorithms? Because if it's giving medical advice, it better be right.
That's another major hurdle, and one with potentially severe consequences. The accuracy of AI algorithms heavily depends on the quality and diversity of their training data. If data is biased, incomplete, or unrepresentative, the AI will inevitably produce inaccurate or biased results.
Back to the data problem.
Always. This is especially problematic given the complexity of mental health disorders, which often involve a unique combination of subjective symptoms, environmental factors, and personal histories that AI algorithms may struggle to interpret with the necessary nuance that a human therapist brings.
It lacks that human understanding.
It often does. Furthermore, variability is a huge factor. Mental health disorders manifest differently in different individuals, challenging one-size-fits-all AI solutions to capture every unique presentation. This can lead to errors, with the potential for false positives, diagnosing a disorder that isn't present, and false negatives, failing to diagnose an existing one.
Both are dangerous.
Highly. Yeah. AI algorithms may also lack the ability to fully understand the context and nuance of a patient's life, emotions, and experiences, missing crucial nonverbal cues or subtle relational dynamics. And with many mental health disorders having overlapping symptoms, distinguishing between them is challenging even for experienced clinicians, a complexity AI also struggles with without robust, diverse data.
It's not black and white.
Rarely. It's an evolving field, so AI algorithms need continuous updates to align with the latest research and diagnostic criteria. Most importantly, clinical validation is paramount. Rigorous testing and clinical trials are essential to demonstrate reliability and safety, similar to any diagnostic tool or medication.
Needs proper testing, like any medical device.
Exactly. The risks of inaccuracy can be stark. PBS News highlighted an example where a chatbot, when asked how to treat a UTI, suggested drinking urine.
Oh my God. Seriously?
Seriously. This kind of potentially deadly hallucination, as they call it in AI,
Hallucination, right.
underscores the profound danger of relying on AI for medical advice without robust human oversight and validation. It's a sobering reminder of the technology's current limits. #, forging the path forward recommendations and the hybrid future.
That example from PBS News is a truly stark reminder of the precision and care needed here. So after examining both the incredible potential and the crucial caveats, it's clear we can't just let AI develop unsupervised. We need to be incredibly intentional about how we move forward. What are the key recommendations for improving AI applications in mental health, ensuring they truly serve well-being in a safe and ethical way?
The path forward requires a multifaceted approach, grounded in both ethical principles and robust scientific practice. First, we need enhanced training and validation of AI algorithms with diverse data sets.
Better data, again.
Critically important. This means actively collecting data that represents different demographic groups, cultural backgrounds, languages, and socioeconomic statuses, ensuring it's balanced and includes sufficient samples from historically underrepresented populations.
Making sure everyone is included.
Yes. Explicit informed consent for data contribution and stringent anonymization are non-negotiable for privacy. Thorough bias assessments must be conducted, and techniques like debiasing algorithms need to be employed to reduce inherent biases. Collaboration with mental health professionals, cultural experts, and ethicists is vital to guide data selection and curation, ensuring cultural norms are respected.
Bringing in diverse expertise.
And that the AI models can adapt to different cultural contexts. Finally, regular audits for biases and accuracy with continuous updates are essential as the field and our understanding of mental health evolve.
That makes perfect sense. Better, more representative data leads to better, fairer, and more accurate AI. What about how these systems are built and presented to users, so they're not just a black box?
That leads to the second recommendation: implementing transparent and accountable AI systems. Algorithms should provide human-readable explanations for their decisions and recommendations. Tools that offer interpretability and visualizations can make AI processes understandable to non-experts.
I think people see why.
Exactly. Allowing individuals to understand why a particular suggestion was made. Detailed documentation of the AI system's architecture, data sources, Training process and decision-making logic must be maintained and easily accessible to all stakeholders.
Show your work, basically.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Developers might even consider open sourcing parts of the code for external review, allowing independent experts to audit for biases, vulnerabilities, and ethical concerns. Conducting thorough impact assessments and educating users about how AI systems work, their limitations, and the extent of human oversight are crucial for building trust.
User education is key.
And establishing ethics committees or review boards, often with third-party auditors, would provide independent oversight to ensure ethical practices are maintained throughout the development and deployment lifecycle.
This all sounds like a call for much deeper integration of human wisdom and oversight throughout the entire process, not just at the end.
Exactly, which brings us to the third critical recommendation. Integration of human oversight and collaboration in AI-based mental health interventions. AI must always be positioned as a tool to assist mental health professionals, not replace them.
The co-pilot idea again?
Precisely. We need to foster a truly collaborative approach where AI provides powerful insights and efficiencies, and human professionals make the final, nuanced decisions, especially in complex cases. This means involving mental health experts, psychologists, therapists, counselors, in the design and development of AI interventions from the very beginning.
Co-designing the tools.
Ensuring the technology is clinically sound and practically useful. Clinical trials and real-world testing are essential to validate the accuracy and clinical relevance of AI algorithms. Professionals should be empowered to customize AI recommendations to fit individual patient needs and preferences, leveraging their unique human insights to fine-tune the AI's suggestions.
Giving clinicians control.
Yes. AI systems should provide understandable explanations for their recommendations so professionals can better trust and act upon them. Establishing clear channels for feedback and corrections from human practitioners is also key to continuously improving AI suggestions in real-world settings. Ultimately, reserving complex and high-risk cases for human intervention and maintaining a strong patient-provider relationship enriched by human empathy and emotional support are paramount.
Can't automate empathy.
You really can't. Ongoing training for professionals on how to effectively use AI tools and interpret AI-generated insights completes this essential collaborative picture.
That's a powerful vision for how AI can enhance rather than diminish human care. And it's not just a future vision. We're already seeing a snapshot of this in 2025 with a range of current AI mental health tools and apps. So what does this all mean for you? It means there's an app for almost any need, but choosing wisely is key.
Indeed. We're seeing a rich ecosystem developing, categorized into a few main types. On one hand, there are robust hybrid models that truly exemplify that blend of AI with human support.
The best of both worlds.
Hopefully. For example, Wiza is an empathetic AI coach grounded in cognitive behavioral therapy that also offers seamless access to human therapists and coaches when needed. It's noteworthy for its FDA breakthrough device designation and has amassed over 5 million users globally.
That's significant validation.
It is. Talkspace is another excellent example, using AI tools primarily for matching users with licensed human therapists and personalizing treatment plans, offering various treatment options and insurance coverage. Ginger blends AI triage with licensed human coaches, therapists, and psychiatrists, and is widely adopted by corporations for employee mental health benefits.
Big in the corporate space.
Very. And in Europe, Limbic Care is an AI platform proven to significantly improve therapy attendance and recovery rates in clinical settings, like the NHS talking therapies, by acting as a digital gateway to care.
Real-world results there.
Then we have the AI-only companion apps, designed more for self-guided support and daily well-being. Ash, for instance, is a responsive, nuanced AI chatbot companion, currently free, offering weekly insights into mental health patterns and helping users reflect.
Like a digital journal partner.
Kind of. Headspace, famous for mindfulness and meditation, now includes an AI chatbot named Ebb for personalized meditations and activities, with therapy also offered in-app, showing how established platforms are integrating AI. Uber combines mood tracking with AI therapy, teaching CBT skills with personalized recommendations, and collecting data to help you understand yourself better.
Skills-based.
Earkick offers real-time emotional health tracking with an AI panda companion, providing personalized check-ins and soothing soundscapes. Yuna is a voice-based AI coach with personalized features, meditations, and goal-setting help, leveraging the intimacy of voice. And the Lomia is a text-based AI companion offering mental health insights and self-reflection opportunities, all grounded in clear CBT principles.
That's a huge spectrum of options. For listeners considering these tools, what criteria should they look for to make the right choice for themselves? It can feel overwhelming.
It really can, absolutely. When choosing an AI mental health tool, you should prioritize clinical validation or expert involvement to ensure the app is science-backed and not just a feel-good gimmick.
Look for the evidence.
Definitely. Look for personalization through adaptive AI that genuinely tailors its recommendations to your unique needs and progress. Data transparency and privacy policies are absolutely critical for sensitive mental health information. Read them carefully. Don't just click accept.
Read the fine print.
Please do. Consider accessibility, including the cost model, subscription, free, insurance covered, and platform compatibility. And finally, assess the scope of the app. Is it best for mild everyday stress and self-improvement, or does it offer robust support for deeper clinical needs, potentially through human integration?
Matching the tool to the need.
These factors will help you find a tool that genuinely supports your well-being.
So it all comes back to that crucial balance and informed choice. This hybrid model really seems to be the cornerstone of future mental health care, ensuring the best of both worlds.
It truly is. The hybrid model acknowledges that AI's role is not to replace humans, but to enhance their work, creating a powerful synergy. AI provides incredible efficiency, offering 247 support, automating administrative tasks that bog down clinicians.
Freeing up human time.
Exactly, and providing critical early intervention capabilities that can catch issues before they escalate. Simultaneously, human therapists provide irreplaceable empathy, genuine human connection, and the nuanced judgment essential for complex cases that AI simply isn't equipped for.
The human touch matters.
Immensely. We're already seeing real-world impacts such as reduced patient wait times in NHS services through AI integration, a critical improvement given that over half of U.S. psychologists reported no openings for new patients in 2024.
That's a tangible benefit.
A huge one. The true success of this revolution lies in seamless integration, robust data privacy, and comprehensive training, ensuring the technology serves humanity rather than superseding it. #outro.
We've navigated a deep dive today into the evolving landscape of AI and mental health, from its incredible potential to address a widespread crisis and reshape our understanding of well-being, to its sophisticated mechanisms and the crucial ethical guardrails needed for responsible development. It's clear we're at a pivotal moment.
Indeed. We've explored how AI can bust outdated myths, provide a constant intelligent presence throughout our 16 waking hours, and apply complex technologies to support our cognitive and emotional well-being. But we've also squarely faced the AI psychosis warnings, the risks of emotional attachment, and the critical need for ethical oversight, data privacy, transparency, and cultural sensitivity.
A lot to consider.
A huge amount. The hybrid model, where AI empowers human professionals, emerges as the most promising and responsible path forward.
As we increasingly integrate AI into our most personal spaces, our minds and emotions, it leaves us with a provocative thought. What does it mean for us when AI can offer such profound, always-on support? And how do we ensure we harness its power while preserving the invaluable human elements of connection, empathy, and critical thinking that make us, well, us?
That's the question, isn't it? The future is not about AI replacing human abilities, but aiding them, requiring continuous ethical scrutiny and robust collaboration among clinicians, scientists, patients, and regulators. The conversation, like our well-being, is always ongoing.